Boston for Thanksgiving.
Oh, right, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I'm really nervous because I have to go through security, which is now so heightened for the new body scanners. What do you think about all that? Today, starting this week, a lot of people are going to be going through, and it's been all over the news about the body scanners. And if you opt out of the body scanner, which takes a photograph of you, an image, which they store, which you can see everything under your clothes. If you opt out of that, you have to have a full body pat down where they're like touching you and groping you. Like in front of people, it's all very invasive, but people are very upset. Like people are planning protests for this week about choosing neither option. There's a lot of controversy about it. I don't know. What do you feel about the whole body scanning / pat down?
I don't know. I've been patted down. For some reason, they always pick me to pat down. Like, you know how people, when you go through the security, they pick people at random just for whatever reasons, they'll pick someone. And for a while, they were picking me and they were like, but the thing is that I don't think they knew that I was tranny. They were like, female over here. And then they'd bring a female and she'd pat me down like, da, 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 da. And I was like, okay. Because, they've been doing that randomly. So they did that for a while. And I was always picked. I don't know why I had that look of, do I look like a terrorist or something?
Well, I mean, basically anyone who isn't white pretty much gets picked. That's how it goes. It's sad to say, but that's the reality of it. And the new pat downs are very, I've seen them on the news, they're very invasive. They're extreme, they're separating your breasts and they're extreme pat downs. And it's full on groping in the crotch area, which is crazy. I can't believe that this is going to have to happen. But a lot of people are calling on protests during this week about doing neither because they don't know that they can force you to really do either. But I mean, they have to do something. I don't understand why the scanner, not the scanners, but the metal detectors aren't enough. I mean, we've been going through this for so long, and I mean, it's worked out fine. I don't understand why they need to have nude, scans of our body. And something that people are not talking about is, what about the radiation that are using to do these scans? I mean, obviously they're X-ray type scans. What kind of radiation are passengers going to be faced with? I mean, how healthy is this X-ray, going to be for us? So I'm a little shocked about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that travel a lot. So if you're constantly being exposed to that, who knows what could happen. Yeah, obviously I'm not a fan of it. I definitely, especially as a tranny, it's, something that you're kind of concerned with, because usually when I go through the security check and all that, I don't think they clock me because, people just yeah, sure, and they never make a fuss or anything. So now if they body scan me, I think some of the girls are going to have to start taping up to make sure that, nothing is visible through that body scan. And again, not because you're ashamed of who you are, but more like a safety issue where they would be like, are you male or female? Are you trying to hide something? Are you, masquerading as something else that you're not? Are you a terrorist? What I mean? It's not really about being unclockable. It's mainly about your safety, because then there could be someone that could be transphobic or something, so then more issues are raised with that. So that's my tranny concern.
So, but I mean, what is your option? Either you go through, would you go for the pat down? Because I mean, they're much more invasive. Would you be more because I mean, I'm assuming a woman would do them for you. So that, I mean, I don't know how personal they get, but that's kind of scary too. So I travel as a man, so I don't really have that issue. All of my accessories are in my suitcase, so they're already getting scanned. So when I go through, they see the boobs and the boots and the heels and makeup and all of that stuff and hair. It's like I have a whole person in my suitcase. And, I usually don't have a problem. I've talked to a couple girls, Jujubee, who was on RuPaul's Drag Race. She was going through the scanners and they searched her bag and they were like, "What are these?" And she was like, "They're breast forms. What's the problem?" So I mean, we have to deal with that a lot. Another drag queen friend of ours, Diamond Dunhill, who goes through as a man as well. She always gets behind a woman. She always makes sure that she's in line behind a woman so the suitcase kind of could be, because they don't really know who the suitcase is. But, if you are, dressed as, a trans woman, they're going to be able to see everything through the scanner. So it's interesting. I don't know. Make sure you write to us at sassyandsamara@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts on it, because we'd love to know what you think, or check out our Facebook pages.
Yeah, I think people are leaving comments on our Facebook pages. You can find us under Samara Riviera, vivalarivieras.com, and Sassy Rocks on
Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. Now the plus side on this, I think, is for the gay boys, because they're gonna love being pat down, being penetrated, invaded, manhandled by the cute security guards. I mean, if there's a cute security guard, you'll say, "I'd rather be manhandled. I mean, I'd rather be, searched by this security guard instead of the." The body scanner. I mean, that's the reality. That's the truth. Like if I went and I was like, "Oh, that's a cute security guard. I want to get pat down by him." And then what's next? Cavity search?
I know, absolutely. Like, it's shocking. And they had Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, they asked her about what she felt about the new pat downs or the body scans. And she said she wouldn't do either if, she could avoid getting patted down. So I think it's interesting. Like, it's very invasive, and I don't understand why it's going to be any different than going through metal detectors. I don't know. I'm perplexed.
And I want to see what kind of treatment the celebrities are going to get, because some celebrities are going to cause a scandal and they're going to be like, no, no, no. And, they might let them go through without doing it, because, celebrities get special treatment. So we got to see what happens to Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton when they travel.
I know. They're not going to be able to tape their stash between their crack anymore, because it's going to be all on display. But I want to know what happens to the pictures. Like, are we going to have, like, paparazzi pictures of these scans of, like, celebrities and things? Like, who's going to get these scans? And I don't know.
I mean, I think they're going to be stored, and I know that employees are going to be able to look at them. And even, I think there was a story sometime this week or something, that there was a hot, sexy woman going through, and that they were checking her, and then some other security guard was like, "Oh, damn, you got lucky, you got to search her," and then he's like, "Oh, I'll just look at the picture later because it's on file." Yeah, so it's, and I think she's suing. She's the one that's suing. So it's a big scandal. I wonder what the truth about that is, because me, there's always some meaning behind it. So I got to do my research on YouTube, see what comes up, and see what the government or this country is really trying to do with that. It might be something else, because sometimes I think they set up the problem so that they can create a solution, and they can be, the solution, and then you worship them and you love them because they created a solution. But that's something more deep that, I'll talk about some other time.
I just want to get through the gate, get to my damn plane, and get to where I'm going. It's like, I don't need to be patted down and molested and then, nude photographs taken of me to get on a damn plane. It's like, let me go through the metal detector, pat me down if you have to, and call it a day.
But I mean, what made him create this? What made him bring this out all of a sudden? I mean, was it 9/11? I mean, all of a sudden, why are they doing this? You know, because it seems that we were doing fine after 9/11. Now we haven't had any big incidents. We had one recently at JFK. Where was the plane coming from that landed at JFK? And they said it was a bomb scare and it was real, and they interrupted all the channels and there was live and nothing happened. You know.
Yeah, that I think was the parcel. It was like a shipment, a shipping scare. But I mean, and what they're saying is that it's about the powders and liquids that they're very concerned about that can be used as explosives, because I guess there was the underwear bomber who had underwear laced with explosive materials, which was like last year, and I don't understand how it's going to help having a body scan if, you know, you're not going to be, like if it's already in the, I mean, I don't know. I'm very skeptical, and it'll be interesting. I'll report back to you next week to let you know what happened as I boarded my plane.
That's right. You're going on a trip. I guess that's all we can say about that, because you know, the more we get updates, we'll be able to discuss more of what's really going on and see if it's happening or not happening and who it's happening to. You know,
Yes,
the president have to go through that.
right, absolutely. Like, it'll be very interesting to see what happens this weekend if people protest, because that will create major delays and major issues. So we will see. But that's about all the time we have for Monday Nights Are a Bitch. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sassy.
And I'm Samara, and I just want to say big thank you to Hombres Lounge, which we are here at in the VIP room. They're open 7 nights a week. They have happy hour. Sundays, like we always say, the Barbara Herr Show. And Monday nights, they have 80s music, which I would be here even if I wasn't doing the show here, because I love 80s music. They have 80s music on Mondays now, so for all your 80s fans coming out here. What else? Any big shout out to people watching? I don't know who's watching today. I don't know if Fabiola and Mickey might be watching. Maybe Brenda. They're getting ready for Sandy Michelle's tranny party, which she has a new location at Karma. We were there last week. So big shout out to Miss Sandy Michelle, and I don't know who else. Oh, Alexandria maybe's watching. Riley's the Riley girl. She's always watching.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully Riley's watching. Thank you so much for your comments last week. It was fantastic.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. You guys, will see you back next Monday. You'll be back for next Monday's show, right?
I will be back for next Monday, letting you know what is going on. And I'm going up to spend Thanksgiving with my family. And unfortunately, my brother Alan will not be with me, because he's going to be a celebrity VIP guest handler for the Macy's Day Parade. So congratulations, Alan. And I can't wait to hear all about it.
Kylie Minogue at the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting ceremony, Wednesday, November 30th, and at the Macy's Christmas Day Parade, she's going to be Kylie Minogue. So I'm going to be going to both, capturing it on video and all that. So you guys can check that out at vivalariviera.com in the following weeks. Miss Kylie Minogue, she's a diva. So anyways, you guys, that's all the time we have. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a nice dinner with your friends, families, and loved ones, if you can afford to. And that's it. We'll see you guys next Monday for Monday Nights Are a Bitch with Sassy and Samara.